Hey, good afternoon. It's Monday, June 6th, and this is the Simpler free video update, and this is Neil. And here we go. So let me take us to an intraday chart for just a minute, just to kind of make a point of this chart being able to go back and show us all the way back into early last week. Point here being that, as you can see, we've been basically just up and down, up and down, up and down, all centered around, well, I can tell you what it's centered around. The point of control for all of this trade, all throughout here, is 41.17. But there's a problem in not being able to just look at it just quite that simply, and that is that just above up here at about 41.40, which happens to be today's session mid, but it's more than that. Look back to like Friday. That was the highs right here, Friday morning. And it was a period of this consolidation right there, 11:30 till, I don't know, 12:30 on Thursday. It was back very, very, very pronounced and pivotal in Tuesday's trade of last week, as you can see. So, all right, so let me switch charts again, go to this one again. So making a point, look, one, the point of control for all of this extremely just consolidated, compacted, just overlapping trade here is 41.17. However, just above it is, a very pivotal price that honestly I think I'll say it this way. I wouldn't anticipate the very choppy, difficult trade that really is no good for anybody or anything between the 41.17 and 41.40, right? I kind of want to call 41.40 the over-under for the week, but yet it's really a zone. It's better described, honestly, in my opinion, as a zone, the 17 by 40s. So just look for mindless chop between the 17 and 40, and then realistically don't feel like you're really looking at anything that you can hang your hat on to the upside until it's just busted above 40, comes back and sits on it, starts to trade away from it. So trades up to it, through it, comes back down to it, sits on it, and proves the bounce as it starts to bounce up and away from it. Then, okay, then maybe. And then the target is 40. So the targets are the same exact as they were last week. We got the same thing going on here. We're just basically discussing how to view the middle of this mindless chop, this mind-numbing chop in the middle. It's really no good for anybody and really quite difficult. You can look. You can look on an intraday chart and see the bid this morning takes off to the upside, then breaks, right? Then big bid. I mean, that's a big bid. This is 41.10 by 40. Well, when at 40, and then breaks, again back to tens. So we had trade up to 65, breaks for 30, bids for 40, breaks for 10, for 40, for 10, for 40, back to 10. It's really it's not even fun, honestly, on an intraday when something is changes direction so just swiftly and just seemingly out of nowhere, like news or something. It's been kind of crazy. But look, here's what I'm ultimately owe you and trying to get across to you is something that you can see in the middle that tells you, all right, look, you can start to view the upside and look for targets with a lean long above and short below. Chop in the middle, 17 by 40. There's nothing that's going to tell you anything in there, in my opinion. I think above 17 trades to 40, but does 40, stuff it and send it back? I saw that about 3 times today, so I guess I wouldn't know why not, But get above 40 in the manner in which I discussed, and we're looking 42.20 and 42.60 targets on the top. All right, that's pretty straightforward. That's actually my preferred direction, but it's hard to feel like in this environment. It's really hard to feel like there's anything more than like a coin toss, and you just not surprised to see which way the chart goes. I prefer the 42.20 and 60 targets on the top, though. That's what I prefer. And if on the down, then you're targeting 42 or 40.20, 40.20. On the down, you're targeting 40.20 and 39, I think 80, 39.80. 40.20 and 39.80 on the bottom would be the targets that I'd be looking for on a break. If the thing really going to the downside, you can maybe have one more backup kind of target on the downside is 39.50. That'd be as far as I'd be looking, though. I don't like that. I don't like this price action. I'm just, I'm here. The market, it is what it is, and we have to trade it, because this is what we've got. So I'm trying to just help the best I can with look, over under, targets above, targets below. Targets above is what I prefer, and you know what those are because they have been. Now, look, here's the thing. This is where the rubber, I think, really meets the road. The deal is we're coming into the next Fed decision on the 15th. Today's the 6th. That puts it about, puts it 9-10 days out, right? I mean, it's a week and a half out, essentially. So go look at the SPX options chain for the monthly options expiration, which would be 2 days past the Fed event. But also look at the VIX options chain for the expiration, the VIX expiration on the same day as the Fed announcement on the 15th. There is tremendous inventory and volume built up and has been building and still is really pretty amazing to go see the amount of hundreds of thousands of contracts that are building on both SPX and the VIX in front of this, which to me tells me that it explains the violent nature of the up, down, back and forth. I mean, Monday's big up, then Tuesday's down, then Wednesday's, whatever, sideways. Thursday was huge up, and then Friday was big down all last week. It was up, down. But it's not only on a day-by-day basis, like it's intraday as well. We get a 15 or 30-minute candle that's big up, 20, 30, 40 points, and then the next one is just may as well be a 30-minute candle. The next one's 30, 40 right back down. It's an argument, it's an arm wrestle over, hey, which way is this thing going to go? And it makes sense with all the positioning that's being kind of taken in front of this, and the hedging of those positions too. That's being put on in front of this next rate decision and announcement that we have to deal with here real soon. So it's possible that this thing is just exactly like this, for a while. When I'm actually, and by this I mean just like one day up, next day down, next day up, next day down. It's just like that. What I'm kind of looking for, though, to be honest with you, is everybody's so bearish. Everything's so negative that that we actually grind up. Just it kind of grinds up into this next Wednesday. And if that's the case, we know the targets. The 42.20s and 42.60s on the top. That's the target. And and we'll see. But look, we just have to survive. Look, the thing is, just survive this price action. I mean, to come out of this with a relatively intact trading account will be an accomplishment in and of itself, because this price action is it's something else. Mind-numbing, extremely difficult chop between 41.17 and 40. Breaks out somehow above 40, comes back and sits on it, tries to start to trade away from it. Okay, all right. Maybe we got something. Targets, you got them. Reach up 17, above 17 surely trades 40, because it's done it enough times that I don't know why it wouldn't again. But if it gets stuffed 40 and sent back down, then as it's breaking back south of 17, oh boy, then we got to be thinking about the possibility of those bear targets down there, and that's going to be 40.20. 40.20 is a big one, and it's a big HVN at 40.20, just like there is at 42.20. So 40.20 is a big one, and 39.80. But the more I think about it, I mean it. If it got really bad, it could be reaching for 39.50. It's not the direction I'm looking for, but it could. All right. Let's just try to get through this so we can, have fun on the other side of this this kind of crazy choppy stuff, because it's been, something else. I mean, like last Thursday. Think back to last Thursday. We 100-point range and ended on the highs. And I knew in my heart that that the follow through into the overnight, Thursday night, into the payroll report Friday morning was going to be, it was a lock. It was going to be the 42.20 target on the top. Absolutely. I don't, oh boy, dreams trampled in a not so nice way Friday to see that thing come all the way back. And so it just is what it is, what we're dealing with right now. It won't always be like this. I think where it frees up and starts to show us, maybe the next direction is going to be after we get through this next Fed announcement. But what I'm looking for until then is going to be choppy, sideways to higher, targets above, you've got them. And then we'll get past the Fed and see if the gloves don't just come off in an ugly way, and we'll be looking lower. 3,600. See you at 3,600, but higher first. That's what I'm looking for. See you. Hope it helps. Good night.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me